Where an 11-year-old boy is dead after police say he was stabbed to death while trying to protect his pregnant mother. Police say the mother had an order of protection against the alleged murderer, who was out on parole for just one day and had multiple parole violations. NBC News correspondent Adrian Broadus has more, and we want to warn you, this story does contain mentions of domestic violence, and many of the details are disturbing.
A young life with love for dance, now gone.
His turns were impeccable. His technique was great. I loved it.
Jaden Perkins was murdered on March 13th. He was 11 years old.
This is something that should not have happened.
One day after he was paroled, police say this man, Crissetti Brand, a convicted felon with a history of domestic abuse, forced himself into the apartment of Jaden and his mother and began stabbing her. Police say Jaden was trying to protect his mom, who is pregnant.
Victim 2, the 11-year-old child, had been stabbed in his upper chest. The chest wound had cut victim 2's carotid artery, killing him.
Mom and her unborn child survived.
She has to face the fact that she will never see, touch, hug her 11-year-old son. She's lost him forever.
According to authorities, Jaden's mom dated the suspect 15 years ago, and court records show she had an order of protection against him. Now, outrage over why Brand was free.
This defendant has a history of domestic violence and had only been recently released from serving a sentence from a prior conviction. The victim had an order of protection against him from previous encounters, and this history paints a disturbing pattern of behavior.
Here's a look at that alleged pattern. Brand was released in October 2023 after serving 8 years of a 16-year sentence for home invasion and other crimes, including the domestic abuse of another woman. At the time, state officials say he was reminded of the order of protection against him filed in 2005 by Jaden's mother. 3 months after his release, Jaden's mother alleges in a court filing that Brand sent her a threatening text message. 2 days later, that same court filing alleges he went to her and Jaden's home and tried to open the door. Details Jaden's mother put in her request for a new order of protection soon after, writing Brand, quote, sent me several text messages saying he would kill me and my family. He would wait outside my house and shoot me. Prosecutors say Brand was taken back into custody for violating his parole, only to be released again a few weeks later on March 12th, one day before the deadly attack.
This gentleman was paroled after being sent back to prison in February for violating parole and violating a protective order is utterly beyond me, but it absolutely could be prevented. In this case, I think the parole board has to be held accountable.
Now, Jaden is remembered as a devoted son and brother who played football, had a passion for acting, and who was the heartbeat of his dance school.
I agree. The parole board must be held accountable for this man repeatedly chastising and bothering people, threatening them to kill them, wait outside of their home to do all of that. The parole board must be held accountable because that person should not be let back out into society. And I want to say kudos to this young man that felt the need to step in and try to do something to help his mother. Obviously, what he did save her and the unborn child. This is so tragic and unnecessary. Parole board, you guys need to answer some questions. Let me know what you guys think.